reflects the ocean and stars, but her cry echoes around the simple loss of love in her heart, making this whole fairy tale alive. And sorrow's tender embrace, this was never meant to happen. The light of the day, the only reason you have to stay. Hear me sing my song and just keep holding on. Cinderella, why don't you stay with me tonight? We will dance until midnight comes and we could run away. Oh, we will never ever be apart. Set aside all your fears, this magic lives inside your heart. I am here, would you wanna stay with me tonight? Follow me, we will run across the bridge of fantasy. Oh, all the pain and sadness that you feel, believe in me, hold me close, don't never let me go. Come and stay with me forever, magic lives so long as I am here.
Hello, my lovely beans. This is the captain speaking, Sunny Tako. Today we're going fishing. Where you see, we're playing an Otema game. We're playing Cinderella Phenomenon. I have played this game before. It is an absolute treasure, completely underrated. It is actually free on Steam. I cannot fathom why they are so generous to make this game for free. Because honestly, the developers deserve everything. They deserve the world, between the soundtrack, the story, just the character interactions and how it just builds. It's a masterpiece. This is one of my favorite games that I've ever played. There is a way that you're supposed to play it. You're supposed to go from one side to the other. There's like a specific order of husbandos, if you will, that you're supposed to pursue to get this full story, and it will slowly build on top of each other. We are not doing that today. We are just going to do husbando, you say? Why, yes, Sabi. We are going fishing for husbandos. We're not doing the full story, just because I am a firm believer that something like this should be played on an individual basis. But I will choose one of my favorite routes, and we're gonna do that today. I'm very excited. I probably should do the tutorial because it has been quite a few years since I've done a Ren'Py visual novel. But we're just gonna wing it and we're gonna hope for the best. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there were two crystals. One was the Crystallum Lucis, protected by the ruler of the fairies. The other was the Crystallum Tenebrarum, which was watched over by the high leader of the witches. The Lucis was sustained by love, happiness, and joy. The Tenebrarum by fear, anger, and hatred. It's bedtime story. It is bedtime story time, but this isn't the kind of bedtime story that you would normally fall asleep to. The fairies and witches lived in harmony with the humans of the kingdom. They regulated the powers of the crystals in order to maintain balance between darkness and light. For there can be no joy without sadness, no courage without fear, no darkness without light. The kingdom was at peace for a time. Then one day, a traveling bard, because it's always a bard, they decided to write stories, tales of the magic and wonders of the kingdom. He named these stories fairy tales. Let me guess. The bard was named Grimm. They were the Grimm brothers. There were two bards in this story. In fairy tales, the light always emerged victorious, and true love was a usual reward. Am I watching Shrek? This sounds a lot like Happily Ever After. It's not Shrek. There are no green ogres in this story, particularly. The fairy tale spread further than could have been predicted. The humans of the kingdom began to believe that fairy tales were true, and that the magic of the witches was inherently wicked and cruel, which is just blasphemous, to be honest. Like, that's so rude. Don't be prejudiced just because they're dubbed witches. Everyone's got their own side. Okay, there are bad fairies, there are good witches. Have you not seen Wizard of Oz? Because I have. The witches became hated and feared. Thus, the Salem witch trials begun. They were hunted like animals. See? The witch hunt. Salem witch trials, witch hunt. Same thing, really. Just a smaller scale. The high leader of the witches, in all of her anger, created the fairy tale curse. You think we are wicked? So be it. Just as you have taken our happily ever afters, we shall take yours. The witches used the fairy tale curse to attack humans indiscriminately. I mean, after all, they were indiscriminately attacked. Why shouldn't they do the same, you know? Petty is the name of the game. The kingdom was thrown into chaos and darkness. The ruler of the fairies, the Lucis bearer, sought to regain peace. But the witches were blinded by their hatred. I mean, the humans were responsible for the witch genocide. Why shouldn't they be? It's very meant to be, you know? Wait, you have to hit start. My screen still shows the opening menu. Oh no! Did it freeze? Oh, that's so upsetting. Okay. That's awkward. Hold on. Let's try this again. Savvy, did you see any of that, or was it the main menu the whole time? Oh my gosh, I don't want to... As much as I love this opening animation, I was like, this is an awesome story. I know, I'm such a good storyteller, right? No, actually, that was meant to have pictographics and like cool drawings and stuff. No, I can't wing it that good. I can do small excerpts, but I cannot do a full-on monologue like that. This is all actually scripted. Okay, it's working now. Great! I'm gonna just go through the pictures for you real quick. This is the Lucis crystal. This is the Tenebrarum crystal. Love, happiness, joy, darkness, fear, anger. A fairy hand, a witch hand, together in perfect harmony. Darkness versus light. And along came the bards, ruining everything. Brothers Grimm, I tell you, they can't keep it to themselves. Salem witch trials happened, witches were burned, mass genocide ensues, there's a fairy tale based curse. Chaos erupts over the kingdom. The Great War has begun. The Tenebrarum bearer, the high leader of witches, at some point was defeated during this war. and the Tenebrarum crystal was lost. Peace was restored. The light once again triumphed. Good versus evil. Typical fairy tale stuff. But darkness can never fully disappear. It waits in the shadows, patient for when its time will inevitably return. And so our story begins. The default name is Lucette, but I am a selfish Tako, and we will be Sunny. Prologue: The Ice Princess. My name is Sunny Riella Britton, daughter of King Denaro, Britain III, the Crown Princess, Kingdom of Angiel. Ultra posh, ultra fancy. At least, that's who I used to be before I was turned into a taco. JK. I am part of the infamous fairy tale curse now. Look at me. No one remembers me. Nobody knows my name. I am but a peasant. I am the little matchstick girl now. Nothing but rags on this dirty, stained brick wall. You don't know what to do to break the curse. Girl, I can tell you what we need to do to break the curse. It's called true love. Did you not read the fairy tales? Flashback. Have you heard? Have you heard? Another person was cursed. Your goal in life is to have that red hair. I was almost that red for a hot second, and then I was like, no, this is too red, redo it. When I cut my bangs before I moved up here and got the balayage with the red hair, it was bright flaming red. And I was like, no, we need to dull this out a little bit. We need to be more auburn. It was too much, too fast. You know, normally I'd say if you have red hair, don't wear red, but somehow this character rocks it. I'm on my way to the dining hall for breakfast when I stop and listen to the sound of hushed voices. It's the maids gossiping again. You know you've heard them before. See? Slacking off, like normal. Hard to find good help these days. Pinocchio. That poor person got cursed to be Pinocchio, a wooden puppet that cannot tell a lie. That's probably the worst of the curses, you would think. I thought the fairy tale curses would stop after you-know-who was defeated. Voldemort? Voldemort was the High Witch? I knew it. Only he could be that sassy and petty to meet genocide with more genocide. You two were hired to work, not talk. We're sorry, Your Highness. We'll go immediately to sweep the floors again and polish the statues. This can only be expected from the likes of them. Ho, push, push. I'm a princess. I don't have interest for such things. It doesn't affect me after all. I am a girl of privilege. The victims are weak. They deserve to get cursed. As the title says, pretty sure we start off as kind of sort of the villain in this story. It does get better. There is romance, but there's a redemption arc first. If it were up to Mother, the curse would have been banished from Angio the instant they fell prey to it. But Mother's not here anymore, because I have a mommy complex. She will not come back, ever. She disappeared. She couldn't take my temper tantrums and spoiled behavior. You're cooking while listening to? What are we cooking today, Savvy? The king, Ophelia, and Rod are all present in the dining hall. Someone is conspicuously missing, but I ignore their absence because they're not as good as me. Hamburgers and fries? That's yummy. Good morning, Sonny. Not gonna lie. Dad's pretty handsome. That's a daddy, if you know what I'm saying. Good morning, Sonny, says Queen Ophelia, aka stepmother. She does not deserve my attention. Ophelia? I can't take that mustache seriously. It probably should be grown out a little bit more, but this is a young father king, so his beard and mustache are not fully in yet. Ophelia Widdensolve. What a horrible last name. Poor thing. Why did my father the king marry a lowly baker? Haven't you heard? The way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and nothing is more delicious than pastries. She pales in comparison to Mother. Could never be a true queen. Look up to the person sitting opposite me as I take my seat. That's how you're going to catch your future husbando? Listen, I've tried the whole cook to the heart situation, and it still has not worked. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I make food and I bake pastries, and I am perpetually single, and that is why I play these games. Rod Benedict Widdensaw, my stepbrother, bored and quiet as usual. Even though he grew up a peasant, he thinks he's a prince and better than me. 2 years younger. But he's a mute. He uses a plush bunny to voice his thoughts. Being too perfect? Yeah, that is my one and only flaw. I'm just too perfect. It was apparently given to him by a fairy. I mean, nothing better than a magical fairy doll, am I right? Nothing suspicious about that. But he minds his own business and is easy to deal with. We do like someone who just does not butt in. His older sister, on the other hand, must be who we're trying not to think about. The most infuriating person I've ever had the displeasure of knowing. No wonder. You too would accept the plushie from a fairy? I don't know that I would. Maybe if the plushie was cute enough. But any random plushie from a fairy? I don't know about that. Fairies are known tricksters. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was reading and forgot the time. Good morning, dear father, mother. I am a Mary Sue type character. I feel like I'm being overly critical, but I'm also trying to get into the mindset of the main character. Please hate me. It's a beautiful morning. It's 5:21 in the afternoon, Pacific time. Nothing morning about it. Emmeline Widdensoff. That's a mouthful for a name. Emmeline. Not Emily or Amelia, just Emmeline. The elder sister, the stepsister, the one who's after my crown. She can't be the crown princess. I'm the crown princess. She acts as if we are blood, as if she too were born a princess, but she's not. I know the truth. She can never be crown princess. Because I will never let that happen. She is but a baker's daughter. Butlers glide inside with silver trays to carefully serve us breakfast. Sausages, eggs, delicious croissants piping hot from the oven, some blackberry jam, and I don't know, sliced tomatoes, and a whole smorgasbord cornucopia of fruits. Breakfast fit for royalty. So, Emmeline, you were reading the fairy tale books that the king brought you?
Oh yes, there's so many and they're all so wonderful.
Thank you so much, Father. Oh, I'm happy that you like them. Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Fruit salad is pretty good.
It's so strange the library didn't have any books of fairy tales in them.
A whole castle library filled with immeasurable knowledge, but no fairy tale books. As if a child never lived here. As if Sunny, the crown princess, did not exist or something. Or maybe, we just don't want to talk about the fact that fairy tales are plaguing the kingdom because that's kind of in poor taste to read about them. Now, see? Mother hated them. She had all the fairy tale books burned. Because it's in poor taste to read about them, Emmeline. Shock and awe.
But why?
I just said why. They mislead humans into believing they can have things they do not deserve. Like you thinking you can take my place as crown princess. Just because you're blonde. With larger assets than me. Happily ever afters don't exist in this kingdom. I'm so petty. Listen, getting into character here. Nothing's more petty than a spoiled princess who's never known the love of her parents with a mommy complex. And when their wishes do not come to fruition exactly as that they want them to be, the humans blame the wishes for granting them in the first place. What are you implying about the witches, Sunny? I was like, just that, witches aren't all bad because they're not. It's not a good and evil thing. It's shades of gray, spectrums of color. Perhaps the witches are not responsible for the evil in this world. Perhaps it's the greed of humanity. There's a metaphor for capitalism in there somewhere. Perhaps humans are the cause of their own downfall. Have you any idea what you are talking about, child? Witches have caused nothing but pain and suffering. Even now, they still spread the fairy tale curse. Really? Because, aren't we all under the impression that all the witches were defeated, including the High Witch, and that their crystal of power is no more? Are we sure it's not the fairies still cursing people? The truth is, I know very little about the time the witches had free reign over Ancienne. I was very young then. Mother forbade me to leave the palace, sometimes even my room. I was a sheltered palace child. I know nothing of the people's supposed pain and suffering. How could I when I eat off of a silver platter and could have everything I'd ever want just because I was born into a palace, a life of royalty? Mother kept me away from everyone, and so I cannot bring myself to care. Hair toss. How do you know the cursed are innocent? I mean, that's a fair question. How do we know? Maybe Pinocchio is a swindler and a crook. Maybe the person who gets cursed with, I don't know, like a King Midas touch or something is someone who brags or is a merchant who also swindles and took people's money. That's all I can think of right now is swindlers and crooks. Our people have been toiling day and night to rebuild Angel after the Great War. Our people are the kingdom's foundation, endlessly grateful for their determination and resolve. Every day I wonder what your mother taught you about. Leave mother out of this. You never loved her or me. Not related to this, but think you'd think this is funny. Scrappy tried to steal some cheese, but ran away with the paper that's in between the cheese. Oh no! Poor pups. When you think you've won, but really you've lost more. Dear, please. You're upsetting the breakfast. Sunny, darling, your father didn't mean to. I am not one of your children, Ophelia. I do not need your sympathy. You are not my real mother. Gasp! Shock! The audacity! Sunny, you will show your mother respect. What did I just say? She is not my mother. In quotation, right there. I set down my fork and knife and stand up because breakfast is now ruined for me. I am done. Excuse me. I am leaving to my room and my trinkets. Me and father never got along. Like I said, he never loved me. But ever since he married that baker, things have gotten worse. My father, the king, it's been 17 years and I've never felt any love from him. See? The narration speaks for me. I don't even need to go off script. He treats Emmeline and Rod, who only entered our life 1 year ago, like his own children. What am I? Chopped liver? And this has been my life ever since mother passed away 4 years ago. People being excessively kind to me, and I do not want their kindness. I only want power, like Azula in Avatar. Mother was the only one that was there for me when no one else was. If it wasn't for the accident during the war. It's always an accident in a war. That's just why we can never have mothers. That's probably what happened to most of the mothers in Disney too. There's always some accident. But is it really an accident? I don't believe it for a second. Fairy tales, it's all one big scheme. Why the sour face so early in the morning, princess? Says a mysterious man. Says a very attractive, mysterious man. Tall, dark, and handsome, with silver hair and matching gold eyes. Are you a distant cousin? Let me guess. It's the king, the queen, or Princess Emmeline. That rhymed. He's a poet. He didn't even know it. short? Is it all of the above? It's always D. All of the above. Oh, I ignored his question. He's just not good enough for me, apparently. No, his name's Fritz. Fritz, what are you doing here so early? Don't you know we can only meet once the moon has risen and the sun has gone down and everybody's asleep in their beds? Wink, wink. I'm running some errands for my father. What kind of errands, boy? You cannot convince me that this is not an adult tan version of Mitsuki. It could be. Or maybe Mitsuki was based off of Fritz here. This game's been out for quite a few years now. Fitzgerald Aidan Leverton, son of the highest knight of the Order of Caldera. Prestigious, the most eligible bachelor in the realm. My longtime best friend and secret admirer. His father, Sir Alcaster. Sir Alcaster. You'd think he'd be a wizard with that kind of name. Have served the royal family for many years. They know all the secrets, the most trusted advisors. Suspicious. 3 years ago, Fritz was assigned the honor of becoming my personal knight. Personal on multiple levels, I'm sure. His presence is the only company I can tolerate nowadays.
You should wait in the throne room then if you're not here to see me.
Thank you. He says thank you. There's a boy worth keeping. He will take your sass and just accept it.
Oh, you look sad. Princess? Yes?
You know, I haven't seen you smile once since I met you. In 3 years? You've never seen me smile? You're not doing a very good job then.
Why is that of any importance?
Well, I don't know. Smiling is usually a sign of at least decent mental health, if not good mental health. Still, I do hope to see you smile one day, Princess. That's sweet. Oh? I won't take up more of your time, but I'll see you at 10. 10 at night? We don't know what time it is currently in the game. They could be having a really late breakfast. 10? She's questioning this? Don't tell me you've forgotten our secret trysts in the moonlight. A rendezvous.
Forgotten what?
I'm going to town today, so 10 in the morning, not 10 at night. Probably not going to town at 10 at night unless I'm running away, which I don't think is what's happening. Oh, the king has ordered me to leave the palace, to go into town, go on a daily walk for my daily health. Oh, no. Sunny, I would like you to accompany Emmeline on one of her town outings, so I'm just a babysitter. Surely you could send maids with her instead. I mean, that is kind of part of their job, is to attend princesses out into town. I would not have requested you to do it if I was going to send maids. Well, I mean, obviously, but the question is, why am I doing it? I want you to make an effort. You know, sometimes you just don't want to. I was gonna say, sometimes the effort goes both ways, but they do actually put in some effort, so...
You will treat them as if they were your blood siblings.
No, sir. If I don't want to, I don't have to. You should be cordial and respectful to people regardless of blood. You should give them decent human respect and be civil. But, I mean, you didn't grow up with them. It's gonna be awkward for a while. Sometimes it never gets more than just tolerably awkward. Speaking from experience. It has been 4 years since you last left the palace. You will go on this trip. You have locked yourself away. You barely leave your room. Angio was in the grip of war back then, but now the kingdom is safe and back to its former glory. In 4 years? I mean, I know a lot happens in a few years, but I don't think the kingdom is gonna be back to its former glory and completely stabilized after a whole war. I want you to see how beautiful Angio really is, princess. A princess must know her kingdom. I mean, I will agree on that one. Royalty should know their kingdom. They should get to know how everything works and at least make an appearance to the general public so they at least know what their rulers look like. Go with Emmeline. She will show you the town that you only ever see through your windows. Yeah, because she lived there. I'm sure she knows all the secret back alleyways that she could dispose of me and take my title. I'm on to her. She's blonde, but she's not dumb. Is that an order, Your Majesty? If it needs to be. Just like a dad. Are we clear? Crystal clear, just like the crystals of power. Actually, are they clear? I think they're colored. The last time I left the palace was 4 years ago, when the king took me with him to check on the people after the war ended. I am safe here. I don't want to remember that. Times outside of my room sounds awful. There's people out there. Princess, are you all right? No, Fritz, I'm not all right. I have to go mingle. Public socialization. It won't be that bad. They're good people. How can you be so sure, Fritz? Not every single person out there is good. You cannot guarantee that. Why does this sound like a combo we've had before? Probably is. I, like the princess here, also don't like to leave my room. Actually, I like to leave my room just fine. I just don't like to leave my house. People change, and that is precisely the problem here. Mother never changed. Mother loved me until the end. Sometimes change is for the better. You'll see that soon enough. Wink, wink. Foreshadowing. Oh, but real talk. This room, gorgeous. This is the kind of room I have dreamed about since I was a little girl, for sure. So pretty. The Laura. Do you think witches are capable of bringing back the dead? They probably are, but that's called zombies, and we don't want that. That's going to be a whole different kind of game if we do that. I wish you could talk. You and the other dolls in my collection. My dolls are my only friends. The only ones I can trust, because they are not living and therefore incapable of betraying me. See, unlike humans, they will never betray me. They will never hurt me. They will always be there for me because they have to be. They are on that shelf. Look, some of the dolls look like Disney princesses. There's Belle and Tiana and Cinderella and Rapunzel. The moment I saw Delora, I knew she was special because she doesn't look like any of the other overly fancy dolls. She looks elegant and realistic, as if she was actually real and breathing and alive. Foreshadowing. It was a gift from the king on my 17th birthday. I only started receiving dolls from him when Mother passed away, because she could not provide me with dolls anymore. You see, she does not believe in birthday celebrations. But every year at midnight, a letter would appear under my door with instructions leading me through the palace on an adventure with a room filled with gifts and cakes and sweets that would surely rot my teeth and keep me up at night so I'd never go back to sleep. A card with the words "I love you" on it, signed by M. Signed by M. M for Mother. The celebrations would have to be a special secret. Mother always found a way to tell me she cared. The sheer amount of just kind of brainwashing that goes on here is kind of wild. The secret celebrations had stopped as soon as she had disappeared. The sheer amount of mommy issues, yeah. It gets real deep about how big the mommy issues are. Especially when you find out who the mom is. Not to be a spoiler, but yeah. Knock, knock, knock. The clock, it tick-a-talks. Excuse me, Your Highness. The king has requested your presence because you stormed away from the breakfast table, and he needs a talking to with you about your bad teenager behaviors. This better not be another lecture. Girl, you're like 16. It's gonna be another lecture. I will see you later, Delora. She really do be pretty. So pretty. I want that dress. I'm not gonna lie. That purple dress with a little bit of gold trim and a black and white cape. Ugh. So pretty. Same. It's a beautiful dress. Oh. Good morning, Your Highness. Well, there wasn't a CG graphic card, so you're not a eligible fish to catch. You do look suspicious, though. Sir Mithros. The Royal Advisor. I thought the knight was the trusted advisor. See, just the trusted advisor, not the royal advisor. It's always the royal advisor. Never trust them. I'd simp. Nothing like a bad boy, am I right? Father trusts him a great deal, just like he does Sir Alcaster. Sounds like Father is a bad judge of character. Every day you look more and more like your mother. You know, out of context, that sounds really creepy. See, what did I say? Creepy. Sometimes find Sir Methros talking to Mother's portrait when he thinks no one is looking. That is some Littlefinger stuff right there from Game of Thrones. Creepy. He must have admired her a lot. Can't bring myself to think highly of him because he probably isn't worth thinking highly of. He does have nice hair. There's something about him that puts me on edge. Wonder what it could be. Maybe it's the way his eyes are just leering down at you, into your soul. Are you on your way to see the king? I shall not keep you then. Until our next meeting, dear princess. Don't call me dear. I'm not your dear. Your Majesty. Are you ready? You will enjoy this. It's an order. You have to enjoy your trip outside. There's a toy shop which has lovely dolls. Wow. It will be good for you. I mean, yes. Vitamin D and fresh air is always good for you. But being ordered to go get it, kind of not so great. You'll get to know your sister better. You'll be able to interact with and learn about the people. It's a learning experience. I'm hearing bribes. It is a bribe. Do this thing and you get more toys, even though you're running out of shelf space for them. I will not learn anything I don't already know, which is that I don't like people. Case closed. Why do you always believe that the people around you are incapable of good? Have you heard about the shopping cart test? She's a princess, she can get more shelves. I mean, that's true. But those shelves are very costly to make because they have to match the rest of the decor. Because I have seen how quickly people will betray and manipulate each other to get what they want. She has a point. He has a point. Mother warned me about human nature. She warned me about peasants and men. Sounds like a servant's problem to match the decor. I mean, yeah, it would be. Don't envy that job. You do not see clearly. I see just fine. Just because I need glasses does not mean I don't see. If you would only open your eyes. They are open. Don't you see the gold? Don't you see the iris? Okay, right now they're not open in the portrait, but I am quite capable of seeing the true nature of people. There, see? They're open now. I have seen that there's no good in you, father. Oh, that sounds kind of racist. I missed it. What sounds racist? The opening eyes part. It wasn't meant to be like that. I'm just saying her eyes were literally closed in the portrait for a second. Rude. Oof. Wound to the heart. There is no good in you, father. Ouch. Where were you when I needed you 4 years ago after Mother, quote-unquote, disappeared? Where have you been ever since? She right. You went and got yourself a new family there. I've been overflowing like a pent-up dam. Just rushing water of grief and pain and tears. Just lost my mom. My entire world. No more mommy. Mommy issues abound. I was hoping for some love and compassion. Or a hug. Aw, girl wants a hug. That's what she needs. Girl needs a hug. You know princesses don't get a lot of hugs. They have standards to uphold. Oof, a childish hope. I'd been left alone. So, I mean, she's kind of a brat for a reason. Can Mitsuki hug her? I mean, I'm sure he could. If he wanted his hands chopped off, because what kind of personal knight hugs their ward? Even though this looks like anime, this is not anime. I did not see him for months, had barely even heard his voice, too busy with that baker woman. Can't rely on anyone but yourself. Can't trust anyone but yourself. What a mood. I feel for this girl. This is what you have taught me, father. I mean, not gonna lie, my father kinda taught me that too. But I don't have mommy issues. I only have the daddy issues. So at least I'm a little bit better. Oh, he admits it. I know that I've hurt you. I know that there's nothing I can do to atone for what I did. You could start. You could try. Instead of saying, I know what I did, you could say, I'm sorry. But please, Ophelia and her children are not a part of that. They do not deserve to be hated. They may not deserve to be hated, but you can't really say they aren't a part of it. You're saying that you weren't off gallivanting with the baker and her kids while I was grieving about my lost mom. Sir. In the end, they still matter more to him than I ever did. This is hurting me in the feels. I guess since it's been a while since I've played this, I forgot some of this more family dynamic tragedy, and it's dragging some stuff back up. Enough! I have already said I will go. This conversation's meaningless. Everyone's waiting outside. This is just the prologue. We haven't met most of the boys yet. I shudder at the thought of leaving the palace. I mean, you get comfortable being a hermit. I get it. People are gross. It will be okay. No, it won't. Socializing. At least he says thank you. I thought this about finding a husbando. This has gone some places. We're no longer fishing for husbandos, we're fishing for therapists. I will not disobey an order from the king. Ooh, that bird. Excuse me, I have places to be, apparently. Toy shop! Look, the toy shop has all the dolls that we have in our room. Looks like nothing's new. Guess this trip was a waste. Hi, welcome in. How can I help you? Biorica? Let's go with Biorica. That sounds like a good way to say a name. Biorica. Emmeline! I mean, Princess Emmeline. How good to see you. All along, this was a trap. The toy shop is in cahoots with the stepsister. The dolls displayed are nowhere near the quality of the ones in my room. Obviously, just cheap knockoffs. That's a nice cloak. I look like a penguin. I cannot understand why Emmeline insisted she buy gifts for her friends here of all places. Doesn't she know she's a princess now? Penguino! I'm a penguin! A royal penguin! I can't believe I'm outside the palace. There's no need to be so tense, princess. Not while I am here. Here, let me give you a massage. Relax those shoulders. I would never let anything happen to you. I mean, you better not. That's literally your entire job. Your only job is to relax and enjoy yourself. That's hard to do when I have to, like, walk around and interact with people. You ask the impossible of me. There's no need to be formal, Biorica. I'm still the same as I was. Just with better clothes, 'cause I'm a princess now. Rod's here? No one said this was a circus. No one said everybody from the palace was going on a trip today. I thought it was just me, the stepsister, and a knight. I was like, what? He talks? That's right. That was said in the beginning. He talks through the plush rabbit. I wonder if it's the same voice. Or if it's a different voice. Does it have like his voice, or is it like a weird munchkin voice like,
It's good to see you. My name is Rod. The Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild. And I must introduce you to Her Highness, the Crown Princess Sunny.
I hope it is different. I kind of hope so too. That'd be such a hilarious reveal. I do wish there was voice acting in this game because, wow, something like that would be amazing. If it was just this crazy little munchkin voice the entire time, and then like eventually he gets his voice at some point and like has a different voice, that'd be hilarious. She takes a step back in fear. That's right, peasant. Fear me! I am the future ruler. Yep, see? Fear. I knew it. Called it. My apologies for being so rude. I was caught up in the fact that I saw a long-lost friend. I should have introduced myself to you first. Good morning. Yep, and to break the awkward tension, this is Sir Fitzgerald, Sir Alcaster's son. Isn't he handsome? It's a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Yeah, you're right. The pleasure's all mine, sir. Oh, you're Sir Fitzgerald. Back off, lady. He's mine. See? He really is handsome, as Emmeline described. I knew it! She's after my spot. She's after my man's. The stepsister can't be trusted. I'm sorry? Yeah, you don't need to apologize, Fritz. They do. Please don't mind her, Sir Fitzgerald. I wouldn't want my deep secret to be revealed in front of the princess. Yeah, you should apologize. You're a bad friend, outing your friend like that. What brings you here? I'm here to get some toys. Gifts for friends. Maybe that princess would like one, even though she has all the toys. So probably not. toys from here? Are you sure? See, even she knows that her toy shop is second rate. I would prefer we finish this errand as quickly as possible. Huff huff. Yes, of course. Of course. So sorry to inconvenience you, Your Royal Highness. I can barely breathe in here. It's probably a musty wooden shop. It looks like there's no ventilation in there. I just want to go back to the palace. At this point, we're making up excuses. We just want to skedaddle. Who are you, pretty lady? Another redhead! We could also be cousins. First one has golden eyes, this one also has red hair. Up until this very the female Ronald McDonald, you are so rude for saying that. I hate it. I hate how true it is. Up until this point, I had always considered Mother to be the fairest beauty in the land. And then I met her. And then my best friend said you look like female Ronald McDonald. So I guess Mother still wins. Everyone in the shop is openly staring. Never had they seen Ronald McDonald without makeup before. Oh, you're early today. Important errands to run. Are the items ready now? Fetch the items. Why is she smiling at me? Because we're fellow redheads. Here you are, ma'am. Thank you. And she saunters away, leaving us all breathless at her fast food beauty. Any girl standing next to her becomes hopelessly ugly. Including me? I'm the royal princess. Rude. She's new around town. Some say that she's a fairy. Or maybe she's a witch. You know, witches are pretty too. Or maybe she's just otherworldly pretty for a human. Who's to say? Fairies had saved NGO from the witches 4 years ago. Yeah, I kind of gathered that they did team up with the humans to take them down. Everyone considered them our saviors. What if it was all just a ploy by the fairies to frame the witches? That sounds like something fairies would do. And yet the fairies are still unable to stop the fairy tale curse from spreading. Coincidence? Maybe. So much chit-chat. Leaving the palace was a bad idea. Yeah, everybody's just been talking non-stop. It's a convention of extroverts. While I am out and about, I am the center of attention, as I should be. Some townsfolk point and stare. Most, however, make a point of avoiding me, because as I stated, they should fear me. I am the future ruler. Their fate is in my hands. Like I am the plague. Listen, if 2020 has taught us anything, people do not avoid things like the plague. They don't avoid the plague. It's the little tear on her face for me. She's overexerted through all this socializing. She's sweating. There are some spiteful stares, but thankfully none are nearly as intense as they were 4 years ago, which kind of rude. But, you know, in great crises, everyone blames the people in charge. I'm sure the townsfolk are only surprised to see you again after so many years. Sweating from her eyes. Yes. Sweating from her eyes. Princesses don't cry, don't you know? The boys lag behind, which means I'm stuck walking next to the blonde sister. Cannot decide which is worse, the staring or her company. It's pretty brutal. You've got these people who are straight up staring at me with absolute contempt. And she'd rather have that than be around her stepsister. Oh, Sunny, look, a street performance. It's been so long since I watched one. Street performance? What are those? I only have professionally trained athletes in acrobatics in my palace to perform. I'd like to start this off by saying this boy is not a boy. That this close-up is not endorsing the romanticization of children in any way. And as big of a spoiler as it is, he's got Peter Pan curse put on him. He is actually one of the oldest characters in this whole thing. My name is Waltz, and I'm here to spread some happiness and magic. Rose petals! Clap, 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 clap. And are those princesses? It is an honor to have you in attendance. Yeah, it is. Be blessed with my presence. Not hers, but mine. Please accept this humble gift. Snap. White lilies appears in his hand. A white lily. A motif that has been shown all over the place, including on this text box. He's giving bad boy vibes. He's got some severe bad boy vibes. He is one of my favorite characters in this game. He's also a locked character, so until you've played at least 2 of the unlocked routes, you can't even go for him and find out that he's cursed with the Peter Pan curse. It's horrible. The boy looks at me as if expecting some kind of reaction. Oh, the pain. He gets nothing. He sighs and gives a wry smile. I hope to see you again during my next show. As he emphasizes you as in me. Me, he wants me to be at the next show. We'll definitely try. Not you, he said me. He gracefully bows before moving back into his area to perform more magic tricks for a gathering crowd. There are performers like this all around. Hold on, my sister's here in the room. Oh, I'm so excited. My family was out and about and they just got back and they brought me back cream puffs from a bakery. It's like I also went out into town and went on an adventure, but not really. I just get the benefits. I do not intend to leave the palace again. For the palace is my home, and at home I shall stay. But sunshine and fresh air and toxic fumes from the smokestacks and people and the plague. You don't like it out here? Can't imagine why not. Rod and I grew up here. Yeah, and look how you two turned out. This is my favorite part of the kingdom. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. No one cares what you like. I wanted to share this with you, Sonny. I know you didn't really want to come, but you still tagged along. Yeah, because I was ordered to by the king. That scared the crap out of me. I didn't see you come in. Thanks for the cream puffs. Yay! I only wanted one though. Oh, music change. No more happy-go-lucky. I did not do this for you. I am only here because the king ordered me. Like I said, the king ordered me to do it. Be sad. See if I care. I don't. I just want us to be closer. I would really like to be your friend. It reminds me of the character Amanda Bynes plays in Easy A. I'm sorry about all the mean things I did. I'd really like us to be friends. Can we please be friends? No, we cannot be friends. I do not want or need your friendship. We are not, and we will never be, sisters. I'd take care to remember that if I were you. Know your place, peasant. Right. Right. Right what? Oh, snap. I thought you were gonna say what a girl wants. No. Also a good movie, though, with Amanda Bynes. In a similar situation. But in that one, the peasant is the rightful heir. Or the rightful daughter. And this evil stepsister grew up in the life of royalty. Anyways, Rod is getting handsy. Apparently I stepped up too close to his sister. We were about to throw down. I was about to take off my earrings and then send Fritz to beat her butt. Stop! Don't talk to my sister that way. Oh, it's the first time I've ever seen him angry. Aha! Mission accomplished for the day. I made the stepbrother angry. If only the little bunny got little angry brows too. That'd be so cute. Let me go. Unhand me, peasant. Both of you ought to stay away from me. Know your place. The atmosphere is heavy. As I turn to look at the people, they are staring. We have caused the scene. They now hate me even more. Yep, their expressions mirror the looks of disdain I saw years ago. Like I said, they hate me even more. That's right, fear me. Fear me. Anger, disgust, hatred. Oh, the strong, evil emotions. Not evil, negative. Negative emotions. It's okay to feel those things. It's not evil to feel those things. Princess, wait! Keep up, boy. I don't have all day. Oh, don't follow me. I mean, but actually keep up. Follow me. I don't know this area. You are my knight. You have to keep me safe. I never should have left the palace. So I walk around and watch the people bumbling down the street. So carefree. They work so hard for so little reward. Why can't they all just be born in luxury like me? Free to do whatever I wish without having to lift a finger. They could work their entire lives and never have a fraction of what I have. And yet, they are happy. Because money doesn't buy happiness? Question mark? Money could buy happiness. Money buys freedom, which is a big part of happiness, I think. But I guess if you're royal, it's not really about the money. You're born into status, not money. And status does not buy freedom. Things to ponder. And I am not happy as I sweat from my eye. I heard a niece lost her job at the palace. It's true. The crown princess made sure the poor girl was fired. Look at these peasants just gossiping. They know it's me. I know they know. Anise. Was that the name of that one maid that tore Dolores' dress? I mean, it's a gorgeous dress. Purple is not an easy color to come by. How could she be so clumsy as to tear the dress of my most prized doll? She deserved to be fired. See? My decision was justified. Is she gonna go collect the oysters needed to create more purple fabric to fix the dress? Probably not. A palace maid cannot be clumsy. Why should I tolerate poor performance? No one tolerates poor performance from me. I must always strive to be perfect in every way. I know that Anise, hardworking and big-hearted, very good with medicine. So it sounds like whoever's in charge of hiring just didn't put her in the correct department. Again, not my fault. Shame she lost her job so quickly. You know how hard the crown princess is to please. Rude, first of all. First of all, rude. Second of all, rude. You don't know anything. Do you work in the palace? I bet you don't. Not with those clothes. My friend at the palace says she doesn't even smile. First of all, anyone who actually knows someone at the palace does not just say, my friend who works there. They'd be like, my friend who works in the kitchens, or my friend who is a butler. Sounds like you don't have credible sources. That's probably why they call her the Ice Princess. Rude. All those times I heard the servants saying that they were talking about me. Time for a staff overhaul. I knew it. I always knew it. Nobody loves me. I am unlovable. Only Mother ever loved me. She's the complete opposite of our Princess Emeline, all part of her master plan. Get the people to dislike me. She's probably the friend in the palace. She's trying to take Elsa's title. Elsa was not a nice princess. She was a nice queen. That child's an angel. She should be crown princess. You know what? She's not. You know why? Because she's a baker's daughter. I would have to die for her to be crown princess. And even if I did die, she wouldn't get crowned princess. Rod would be next in line, even though he's technically younger. Is this not a patriarchal society? This actually might be a matriarchal society, in which case, maybe she would get crowned as the crown princess. Moving on. Ever since Emily entered my life, I'm always being compared to her. And now I've become second best. See, like I said, perfection. I must strive to be perfect, so Emily cannot ever take my title. For I am Cinderella Breton, daughter of King Gennaro Breton III, and the crown princess of the kingdom of Angiers. I am a royal bride. She is nothing. A commoner, a peasant, a baker's daughter, a ditzy blonde who wears pink. Princess, there you are. You must come back with me. It's getting too late for you to remain outside. Sir, the sun has not even begun to set. It is as clear and cloudy as it was the moment we left for that toy shop. Are you saying that everyone is just becoming disheveled and ruffians and hooligans are coming out in broad daylight? I think not. Princess, are you alright? Are you hurt? Only on the inside. No need to fuss. Let us return to the palace. It's what I wanted all along anyways. Ah, bed, sweet bed. Leaving the palace was physically and mentally draining. So much chit-chat. So much internal monologuing. My bed is welcoming to my unusually heavy body. It's so plush. A plethora of pillows cushion around me like a boat on the waves. I stare at Dolores' glassy gaze from where she sits on my shelf. Perfectly in the middle, a sight to see. I left the palace today, Dolores. It was awful. It was the same as it always was. Everyone looked at me like I was, well, like I was a monster. Like I was a spoiled, entitled brat deserving of their hatred, which I probably am. What have I ever done to deserve those looks except look down on everybody and enjoy the privilege and wealth that has come my way? How can I be so hated for something as trivial as that? Ice princess. Pah! How unoriginal. I wish Mother was here. I look at the smiling faces of my dolls. At least I still have all of you to remind me of the good times with Mother. I yawn and stretch my arms. It's time for bed, Delora. Good night. Sleep tight. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Singing, but who? Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I blink my eyes open only to see Delora sitting right in front of me on my bed. Moonlight spills across her delicate features. How I wonder what you are. Wasn't she on the shelf with all of the other dolls when I went to bed? Laura? It's almost time. I pinch my cheeks to make sure I am not dreaming. It hurts, so I'm probably not dreaming. Only 10 minutes before the clock strikes 12. I hope you're ready, princess. What? My doll just turned into a human? But how? Who are you? You know who I am. I've been watching you since the day your father gave me to you. What is happening? I don't think I have ever been so confused in my life. Me and you both. All the answers will come with time, but right now, I'm here to give you something, princess. Is this Cinderella's very own glass slipper? It is beautiful, too beautiful. Then a realization begins to dawn upon me. You're a witch! Smart girl. I knew you'd figure that out eventually. Now it's time to say goodbye to your precious crown. What? Nani? Sweet dreams. Cinderella. Hey, listen. Wake up, girl. Huh? Where am I? What is this? Why does my head hurt? The sun is so bright. You have some nerve sleeping in front of my shop. Leave before a customer sees you. Excuse you? Who do you think you're talking to? I was in my room, and now I am here talking to you. Did you not hear what I said, you filthy child? Filthy? First of all, do you not see my nails? They are immaculate. You would speak to your crown princess in such a manner. Do you not know who I am? If you're the crown princess, then I'm the queen. You must have been knocked on the head quite hard to have such grand delusions. I am not delusional. I am Sunny Riella Breton, blood daughter of King Gennaro Breton III, and I am the crown princess of Angiel. These are my affirmations in which I say every morning as I wake up. Right. The king never had a daughter with that witch. Witch with a capital W, or are we just bad-mouthing mother again? Because I will not tolerate such slander to mother. Witch? Don't pretend to be stupid, girl. I can only stare at her puzzled, because really, at this point, what is happening? Our good king only has stepchildren, Princess Emmeline and Prince Rod. Just Rod, not Rodney, not Roderick, not Rodford, just Rod. They thought he'd be a fisher, but now he's Prince. And you are most definitely neither of them. What? Now get going before you go spouting your crazy gibberish at my customers and scare them away. This is a high-standing establishment. I will not have you mucking about. With a huff, she leaves me to my own rapidly turning thoughts. I quickly realize I am wearing tattered clothes, not the silk nightgown that I went to bed in. I don't even have shoes. No. This can't be happening. I am a princess. Something shines against my chest, and I reach up to grab it. It's a sparkly, glittery pendant shaped like a slipper. And it all comes back to me. My doll, my precious doll with that gorgeous purple gown, was a witch. She gave me a glass slipper, Cinderella's glass slipper. This is not a dream. I have been given a fairy tale curse. I must return to the palace and speak with the king, because who is gonna believe me, a girl in tattered clothes and no shoes, claiming to have a curse and being the lost princess? Let me in! This place is off limits, girl. Get gone.
Go and get.
You don't understand. I am Crown Princess Cinderella Breton. I must speak with my father. As loath as I am to call him that, I have to. No one will believe me if I am addressing him by title. You best leave now, nice and quiet, before we have to force you. If you would only listen for one moment. Make way for the king. The royal family, they wish to exit the gilded gates that I just happened to be standing in front of. I immediately block path because even though the soldiers just said, make way, here I am, blocking paths. King's just like, what's going on? This girl's claiming to be your daughter, Your Highness. Daughter, I have none of those. Both of my children are in the palace right now. Even father is a part of this? It's all been a grand scheme, not part of the curse. Absolutely not. Father, you must help me. Help me, I'm poor. I've been cursed. Where's your family, child? Why are you all alone and acting crazy? More kindly as a peasant than he ever did when I was the princess and his own daughter. That's sad. That's sad when your own father does not look at you with kindness until he no longer remembers you. You must be hungry. Take this, a loaf of bread from my breakfast table. Or is it a bag of coin? It's probably a bag of coin if it's meant to feed me and a family a day or two. The kingdom offers work opportunities to those who need them. Please let your parents know. I hope you're referring to only the parents because that's child labor. I don't want your pity. I want your recognition. Please escort this girl back home and make sure she gets there safely. I have no home. This was my home. I had a big fancy blue dress and a blue bed and a whole bunch of dolls. Abandoned twice by your own father. Ouch. Where's your home, girl? I have no home. Leave me, soldier. Now look here, our orders were, leave me alone. Suit yourself. It does suit me. It suits me very well that you would just leave me be. Don't tell me not to cause a scene. I'm gonna cause the biggest scene. You're gonna create a whole Broadway production about it. How can this be happening? It's not like I was a selfish, entitled, spoiled brat or anything. I don't know what hurts more, that I've been unceremoniously paraded away from my own home, like I'm nothing more than a piece of garbage, like I didn't treat other people like that just yesterday, or the fact that my own father does not recognize me. But hey, he may not recognize you, but he's given you more love than he has in at least 4 years. Oh, look at that girl's hideous dress. It's all tattered. 'Cause I'm poor. How difficult it is to be poor. It is difficult. A dream, if only. Oh, are we napping? We're having nap time now. No matter what happens, you must not leave the palace. Why? The world is cruel. People will only ever hurt you. But they are always so nice to me. That is only because you are the crown princess. They will only ever think of what they can take from you. I am trying to protect you, my love. That is why you must never leave the palace. Rapunzel, you must never leave this tower. Never leave Mother. I am the only one who will ever love you so much. Do you understand, Flower?
I understand. Yes, Mother.
Woo! Chapter 1! We did it! We got through the prologue. Have we even met everyone yet? I think there's still one more person to meet. When I open my eyes, I am still on the streets. I must have fallen asleep. Because when you're poor and can't afford to do anything, what else is there to do but sleep? This is crazy. A little bit. It is one of my favorite visual novels ever, for sure. It can get long. That's the problem with some of these visual novels, is they are super long. We'll be at this for a hot minute. I'm trying to at least get to the first choice character selection before we quit today. Because even though this is officially not prologue, it's still kind of prologue. But the nightmare continues, because the true nightmare is the living world. I am cold. I am hungry. I am destitute. But I still have great hair.
Well, there's a frightful sight. A peasant girl.
Well, everyone can see her in this dark alley. Beggar probably thought she could try her luck with the nobility that live around here. How rude. Just look at how ragged she looks. Aren't you the same two girls from earlier? What are you going on about? Have you just been staring at me napping this whole time? What are you looking at? Two women who don't even have the necessary manners to call themselves nobles. That's what I'm looking at. Who's the real peasant here? Me or you? Do you know who you're talking to? No, I don't care. I used to be the princess. Do you know who you're talking to? No, you don't. There's no reason to stoop to a commoner's level. Yeah, you're right. That's why you should go, so I don't have to talk to you anymore. I will remember you. Once I break this curse, you will be poor and destitute. Mark my words. On my honor as crown princess. I became acutely aware of the fact that I have not eaten anything for almost a day. Wow. You know, that's rough. I just ate something like 10 minutes ago. I had a cream puff. It was delicious. You should try that. Someone's bound to have accidentally dropped a cream puff on that street. You just gotta look for it. Moping around will not break my curse. Crying will not help either. Yes, that is true. Neither of those things help with breaking curses. You know what does? Apparently, true love, which usually involves finding a man's, maybe a woman's. Should I find that witch first? I mean, you know, that's also a very logical first step. Find the one who cursed you in the first place. Delora! I will make you regret this. I will find food first, though. Priorities. Is this all the king thinks I am worth? A couple of shillings and a copper penny. Leave, girl. Dirty peasant like you has no place in this restaurant. There's a dress code. You must have shoes. But I have money. Nope, don't care. You need shoes to eat here. Yeah, try the other side of town where they don't care about shoes. I get the same treatment at the next 3 restaurants. You're too close to the palace. You gotta have shoes when you're in the palace neighborhood. I smell something delicious from downstairs. I don't know what is being made for dinner. It smells amazing. It kind of smells like pot roast and mashed potatoes and gravy. I know for sure that's not what is being made, but it smells so good. I have been eating stale bread. Anything to keep the hunger at bay, but the bread barely helps. No shirt, no shoes, no service. Yeah, you right. She does have a shirt, technically a dress, everything's covered there. But no shoes, no service. I mean, them's the rules. I notice a small bakery. Ho ho! It all comes back to the bakery. There are croissants displayed in the window, just like I had for breakfast the other day. Oof. Yeah, I bet walking on those sharp rocks and cobblestones all day with no shoes. When you're a princess who's only ever had marbled floors and cushioned slippers to walk on, her feet have got to be bloody and bruised right now. If I only had enough coins for a pair of shoes. I bet you could get a pair of shoes if you walked further away from the palace. But food is more important than shoes. And I will die before I beg. Spoken like a true princess. 2 croissants, please. Croissant. You'll need to pay, girl. There are no freebies here. Do you not see the bag I am holding? It's not like I have pockets. This should be more than enough. She stares at the coin before reluctantly taking it. So the real question is it more than enough? Was it even enough? We'll never know. I will not ask where you got those coins. So it was more than enough and she's not going to give us change. That's so rude. Are you implying that I stole them? How else would a beggar like you get that?
Here's your reminder.
Oh my goodness. Echo, no. Hush. No. No one asked for your opinion. Stop it. Stop it. We're not doing Critical Role today.
Here's your reminder.
Echo.
Watch Critical Role.
Where was I? Oh yes. This bakery woman was accusing me of shoplifting or stealing money, to be precise. Are you laughing at me arguing with my Echo Dot? Just going off for no reason over here. So this is the goodness of the people of Angio. Yup. Arguing with Echo. Yup. This is my daily life, arguing with machines. She sold crusty, stale croissants to me for a gold coin. You know, with a gold coin, she should have given me at least 10, if not a dozen croissants that were fresh from that oven. And she gave me 2 stale croissants. The audacity of this woman. And now we have sleazy men cornering us on a dark alley. We saw you at that shop. Want to share how you got your coins there? I bet it was something that we could help you with. Wink, wink. Absolutely not. Look at her brushing us off like she's royalty or something. Listen, if a woman does not give you the time of day, it has nothing to do with her own sense of entitlement. It has everything to do with yours. You feel like you're entitled to her in some way. You ain't no better than us. That is not English, sir. Period. You right. You are not entitled to her, regardless of if she is in rags or riches. She is entitled to proper English from you, though. That would be nice. Be a good girl and hand over that pouch. Absolutely not. That's my pouch. It's my money. That's right. Elbow them in the stomach. Kick him where it hurts. Remember seeing. If Miss Congeniality taught us anything, remember seeing. Sternum, instep, nose, groin. Take him down. And then run away. That's how you get away from a dangerous situation right there. Incapacitate and run. Where do I go? I'm not familiar with this area. I'll probably hit a dead end and then have to fight and run again. At least she knows. At least she knows what's up. Alright. First decision. We're gonna save. Where should we go? Should we go left or should we go right? This is a dangerous situation. Time is of the essence. Even though everything is paused as we make this decision. Go left? Okay, we're going left. I cannot let the pain in my feet or my exhaustion stop me. That's right. Let the adrenaline take over. Survival is the most important thing. Because if I stop, they will definitely catch me. Taking coins might not be the worst thing they do. It really might not be. It's a dangerous world we live in. Especially as a woman. Especially as a young woman. Oh, it's a dead end. Savvy, you betrayed me. You told me to go left. What do I do? Oh, who are you, gentlemen? This is definitely not how you treat a lady. Who's it gonna be? Who's our savior? Dun dun dun. Who's there? Dun dun dun. It's someone with a ponytail. Before I can blink, a person has jumped down in front of me. His body acts as a barrier between the two men and me. Beautiful red hair, green eyes, a dashing smile. I don't know, they look familiar. I can't put my finger on it. Who are you? Oh, me, just a passing gentleman, concerned about a damsel in distress. Hair toss. Don't mind me. Ronald McDonald? A very dashing Ronald McDonald. He turns to the man, his expression calm, his eyes flashing dangerously. Now, shall I teach you gentlemen a lesson? Yes. We should teach them a lesson in manners, Ronald McDonald. He's got a sword. I take it this is back in the day when swords were not commonplace and only nobility and knights had swords. Come back here, you coward. We can take him. I think your friend has the right idea. I'm not the type to show mercy. That's right, be a friend. Run away. Too much trouble for a little gold. You right. Are you all right, my lady? You found her! It's Waltz! I think left was a good choice. I honestly don't remember the two different choices and what happens, so I guess left is the correct choice today. The boy from yesterday. A little slow, aren't you, kid? Don't call me that. I am not a child. I am a 300-year-old man. These two know each other? I don't even know what's going on anymore. I feel ill. It's probably from the fact that I have only eaten 2 pieces of stale croissants in over 24 hours. Damn, 300. I actually don't know how old he is. I know he's way older than he looks, even in his, like, normal state. His very attractive normal state, not his child body. Hugger comes back with vengeance now that the adrenaline is gone, and I think I'm gonna throw up. Princess! Princess! They both yell. Lady Parfait. Who is Lady Parfait? Sounds like a drag queen. Sounds like a wondrous drag queen. Can we meet her? I want to meet her. Is she friends with Lady Marmalade? We need to move now before anyone else sees us. Wait a minute. Hold up. I just realized. They said princess. They know who I am. Nobody else knows who I am. The curse did not affect them. If the curse does not affect, it means they can have my affections. DQ. Maybe. You have made the right choice. Whoa! The crystal on the upper right corner indicates that you have made the right choice for a particular love interest. Each color corresponds to a certain love interest. They also appear belatedly after you make a choice, so keep your eyes and ears open. I told you! Only the cursed know the curse. Yes, ma'am. You told me the correct way to go. I can tell you're already gonna hold this over my head forever. But yes, the red crystal is actually the crystal that I'm kind of gunning for. Because we can't do Waltz yet. But we can do red! And red is my second favorite storyline. Hang in there, princess. Don't die on me now. Everything is fading to black. A dream? What is that in your hands, Sonny? I just wanted to help it, but it died. It is all my fault. It is not your fault, my love. It died because it was weak. But this is the world, Sonny. Only the strong survive. The weak get cast aside to die. You are not weak. You are strong, my crown princess. And you do not cry. Now, wipe your tears. I don't want to see you cry again. Do you understand, Flower?
Yes, Mommy.
Now, get rid of that thing and wash your hands. Who knows what kind of dirty germs and plague could be on it? Did you not hear me, child? Wash your hands. Yes, Mother. Oh, you're awake. Where am I? You are in a I don't know how I feel about this, Mom. That is the correct response. It's not to know how to feel about the mom. As I said, there's some serious brainwashing. I equate her quite a lot to Mother Gothel, actually. Like, there's some crazy stuff, some grooming that happens there. This isn't my room. Yeah, it's not gonna be your room. You're not a princess anymore. You're a peasant. My hand flies to my chest where the little glass slipper hangs from my neck. It's still there. Still looks like it's made out of plastic. Looks like it's been laminated, to be honest. Are you okay, miss? This girl is the maid that tore Dolores' dress. Oh, this is the girl we fired. Oh, how the turntables. The fired maid is now helping me. The banished princess. Leave me alone. I made some salt for you because I'm actually really good at medicine. I was hired to be a personal maid when I shouldn't have been. I was meant to be a physician's assistant. But anyways, here you go. It'll help with your feet. It's Delora! She's still pretty though. My goodness, I want that dress. Wow. I want that hair, actually. Her hair is so beautiful, that dark purple color. So pretty. Anyways, I haven't thawed at all, have you, Ice Princess? Ho 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 ho. Still as icy as ever. Don't give me that cold look. And there she is, Delora. Smiling down at me, looking so pleased that I am cursed to be a peasant. She's the cause of everything. Rude. I stand thinking to give this witch a piece of my mind. But I am in pain because I messed up my feet yesterday, so that does not happen. I fall backwards. You should be grateful to the girl you just scared away. She gave you medicine, even though you fired her. Not that she remembers. 2 days? I've been asleep for 2 days? Hunger does a number on you. Remove this curse. Now. Do you think you can just command me to remove the curse? In your best princess voice. So condescending. I love it. What do you want? Gold? Jewelry? The whims of a princess to be at your fingertips forever? To have control over my country? Name it, you shall have your price. Just give me my fancy bed back. It was so cushiony. It perfectly molded to my body, so I did not have neck issues in the morning. I don't want gold. Haven't you read fairy tales? The caster cannot take a curse back. That's interesting. You need to break the curse yourself. That's a good way to not ever take responsibility for any magic spell you put ever. Oh, sorry. I only know how to make magic, not take it away. I don't clean up my messes, you see. I just make them. I don't think either involved curses, just genies and trading away your voice for legs. Trading away your voice for legs. What does that sound like? Oh, that's a lot of pink. Oh, this is Lady Parfait. I don't know, still could be a drag queen. Either way, gorgeous. Strawberry Parfait. Could be. Strawberry Parfait, extra whip. Don't fuss, I'm feeling much better. Oh. Parfait is sickly. Are you a witch as well? My name is Parfait, and I'm a fairy. Fairies and witches working together? Blasphemous. Impossible. Inconceivable. Oh, look at her face. You weren't expecting that at all, were you? Ho, 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 ho. I'm sure you have many questions, but we won't answer any of them. And, okay, well, how do you know I'm a princess? Will you answer that one? Because I've been called princess by 4 people when I've been called princess by no one for several days. Don't be silly. She's a fairy. Of course she knows. And I'm a witch, so of course I know. Then what about the other 2 people? You'll do your best to answer our questions. Saying you'll answer the question without actually answering the question is not helpful. It does not answer questions. What would you like to know? What would we like to know? I would like to know all the things. Why was I cursed? You know why we would. Seriously, you're really going to ask that? I wouldn't have asked if I knew the answer. I'm a princess. Everything is just done for me. Why should I give any critical thought? Temper. You're cold-hearted, cruel, wicked princess who deserves to be punished, aka a brat. A curse is the only way to force. I feel like that's just really extreme. You know, you could have just taken away my toys. You could have exiled me from the country. You could have forced me to do charity work. A whole curse is extreme. I'm pretty sure I was already being nice. Delore is a whole mood. I also don't know how to say things nicely. Change? Why do I need to change? I'm a princess. They are also told to me, well, maybe not the step family, but why should I have to be nice to them when I am not ready? You can't force emotional acceptance. You need to prove that you have goodness. What about the other people? People only show kindness when they want something. People are only nice when they want something from you. Kindness comes from the heart. So how do I don't break it. Is it true love? The necklace is one of Cinderella's glass slippers. You must get the second slipper. So we're on a fetch quest to get the next slipper. By doing 3 good deeds. Oh, so not true love. True love is just a bonus. It's a perk. It's a very easy thing to do. I don't know, I feel like she does several good deeds throughout the game, and it's very specific on the kind of good deeds you have to do. They have to be like an extremely like selfless kind of good deed, like a good deed in a sense of how you have to sacrifice something for someone else kind of good deed. It's not just helping an old lady cross the street kind of good deed. Goodness is innate in everyone. No, survival is innate in everyone. Goodness has to be learned. I'm a witch and I have more goodness in my big toe than she does in her entire body. Dang. Brutal. Savage. What a queen. Now you're just being mean. For every good deed you accomplish, you will get a piece of the glass slipper. When you've gotten all 3, you'll complete the pair and the curse will break. It's a magical charm bracelet! We love functional jewelry. Polish that attitude of yours. I mean, this feels pretty self-explanatory. What happens if I don't break the curse? I remain a peasant. I don't get to be a princess anymore. Yeah. Now the real question, why are you two working together? I mean, I personally don't see anything wrong with fairies and witches being friends. After all, we've already discussed that there's no reason for a witch to not be good or a fairy to not be bad. There's no reason why they wouldn't necessarily be friends. But we're getting a history lesson out of it. Dolores like, oh, I've got this. She gonna learn today. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there were 2 crystals. Wait. We already did this story. We did this story at the very beginning. There's the Lucis crystal, powered by good things. The Tenebrarum crystal, powered by negative emotions. And the strongest witch and the strongest fairy bear the 2 crystals. Blah-de-de-bear. Oh, parfait! The sickly fairy is the strongest fairy, who is the Lucis bearer. That can't go horribly wrong at all, in any circumstance, ever. Probably not. She's the strongest fairy. I'm with you with that one. Like, what happened to the fairies? Greatly damaged in the war. It's always in the war. They always use the war as an excuse. And with no child, I have no successor. You could just name a successor, you know? You don't necessarily have to have a child for that. Royalty does that forever. I mean, with me out of the way, Princess Emmeline is now the crown princess. She's not the king's child. What does a bearer do? They regulate the energy of the crystals and keep the balance. Well, that didn't work, did it? Someone decided not to regulate their crystal anymore. For centuries, everyone lived in harmony until one day, the Fire Nation attacked. Until a certain human decided to be a pest. Same thing. Who was he? He was King Sozin, the Fire Lord. Oh, I knew it! I knew it! Hans Gabriel Grimm. I knew the bard was the Grimm brother. I called it. Oh, the lore. He wrote the fairy tales. He caused this. And he started the feud in the process. How could a single person have so much power? Have you not heard that the pen is mightier than the sword, ma'am? Goodness, what kind of education did you have in the palace? See, the power of words. Words are a strong thing. In Grimm stories, the witches were always evil. We aren't allowed to use our powers to cause harm. And yet, somehow, there was a war and curses. You would say that that does not cause harm? You know, emotional damage is also harm. Oh, revenge became more important than promise. We do love a petty queen. So the witches took over the kingdom. They created the curse, spread more sadness and anger, get lots of the negative emotions. Consequently, they become more powerful. Makes sense to me. Delicate harmony is broken. The air nomads get wiped out. Fairies had no choice but to fight, great war, etc., etc., etc. The Great War was ended with the help of an unexpected ally. Who? Who was it? Who was it? I want to know. The good witches suffered horribly. See? I knew it. I knew there were good witches. I want to know who the unexpected ally was, though. Are you trying to make me believe that there are good witches? Girl, there are indeed good witches, and there are bad fairies. Trust no one. The dark crystal can poison a heart and mind into darkness and cruelty. The witches put themselves at risk in working with it. Some inevitably are corrupted. Most remain that way. You know, it sounds like a choice. It sounds like you still could have been choosing to leave the crystal and become uncorrupted and still be good people. And yet it wasn't a fairy that cursed me. She's not wrong. I've done good by cursing you. I mean, perspective, I guess. all a matter of perspective. Parfait like, I can vouch that she is not corrupted, as if I would believe the word of a fairy. I doubt it. Working together because they have a common goal, which is to restore the balance between darkness and light. This is now Star Wars, set in medieval fantasy. D&D Star Wars, let's go. Easier said than done. You said Cinderella, didn't you? Didn't she just go to a ball and find a prince? Isn't that how her story ends? Why can't I do that? Why can't I just hunt for a man and break the curse? What does doing good have to do with that? It's all old-fashioned. No fun in that. You have to work for your life now. I mean, I can respect that. I can respect the fight against fixing your problems by finding a man. Also, Cinderella's a girl with a pure heart who always helped others. So, like, you should be more like Cinderella. Once you act like her, then you'll find a man. People to meet. I don't want to meet any people. I don't want to change into clothes and get dressed to see people. That sounds like a lot of effort. Can't I just stay in bed for 2 more days? Well, at least the feet are getting somewhat better. Here's some salt. It'll help with the pain. And it did. Why would she even care? I was the reason she lost her job. Well, she doesn't remember. So, like, big boon for you there. She doesn't remember that you're the reason she lost the job. But, you know, some people are legitimately good. Most people that go into medicine do it because they do want to help people. Not just for the money. I ignore the salt, even though it would make my life a lot better, of course. Of course, the pettiness. I love it. Woo! Costume change. Not as good as royal dresses, but better than rags. I don't know about you, but it's real cute. I like the lace with the ribbon, the Alice in Wonderland kind of aesthetic here happening with the different shades of blues. I love it. All my life, I've never had to lift a finger. Well, you know what? All of Cinderella's life, she had to break her fingers cleaning and doing other manual labor. I refuse to break. Just watch me. I will break this curse myself. I don't need no mans. You don't, but we want one. That's the whole reason we're playing this game, is we want some man. Or a woman. Or someone who is gender fluid, like Red. Huzzah! We are in a tavern. Ye olde tavern. Even though it's probably like 11 in the morning, people are out and about, talking, drinking, having a good old time. Well, look what we have here. The Ice Princess herself. They know who I am? Question mark. You know who I am, yet you treat me like this? Do you not value your lives? They're probably like, you'll never do those good deeds, so what's there to fear? Which, you know, honestly, a fair assessment. Everyone, play nice. What is this place? It's the Marching Tavern. Oh, originally owned by the March Hare, I'm sure. A home for those with a fairy tale curse. Oh, look! A whole place of fairy tale cursed people. So if I had it my way, I now know the location of all the people who I said should just be gotten rid of to make the kingdom a better place. Wow. You make it sound like a holiday home. Built 3 years ago, and the number of cursed continued to rise. Well, I'd imagine so. I mean, during the war, you're not going to build it. You're just going to do makeshift things and hope for the best. But if the war ended and everything's going back to normal and you realize people are still getting cursed, at that point, you're probably like, oh, maybe we should do something to make society a better place for all. Imagine that. Oh, gather those affected so they might help each other. Because in a sense, if you have a memory-altering curse, it looks like if you're cursed, you could still help each other because you know the other person when no one else does. Fake news. What, helping people and actually trying to make society a better place when you have the means to do so? I mean, in the world we live in right now, yeah, it is fake news. The witch and the fairy are also here to give help as necessary. Only cursed and those allied with her cause can stay here, so I get to stay here on a technicality that I am cursed, whether I'm allied with the cause or not. The evil and the wicked can never find this place because of magic, I guess. Yep, see, the cursed are not affected by the condition of someone else's curse. We finally got to the bottom of it. This music is bomb. So relaxing. I can just listen to this all day. Goes without saying, fairies and witches are not affected. I do love this game, but at the same time, it is very much an emphasis on the visual novel aspect where it's a lot of word. This is Annalise. She manages the whole dang bar. I'm sure you know why, because I fired her. But you know what? Sounds like it was for the better. She found her true calling, helping people. I have to head out in 20 minutes. Honestly, I'm trying to find a good place to stop because it's after 7. I'm ready to be done for the week. Miss Laura, what are you talking about? Nothing that concerns you, dear. You were actually fired and you don't remember. Don't you worry your sweet little head over it. Goodness. You need to remember. What? Goodness. Awkward silence. I don't believe I asked for your opinion. I do appreciate the witty commentary sometimes. Actually, most of the time, if not all the time. It just does get real wordy. This is still only chapter 1. Familiar faces! They are faces I have seen in the palace before. Ooh, food! Food! Thanks, Mom. Jurian Valiant and Garland Bearer, the finest knight this kingdom has ever seen. And 2 of my favorite characters that are unfortunately non-romanceable because they are very firmly in their own 2 idiots in love trope, and it's beautiful. How did you know? You were both in the Order of Caldera. You were the finest knights this kingdom has ever seen. And they're just like, what? Oh, right, because those 2 are not cursed. They are just allies of the curse. They're like, how do you know who we are? Because I don't remember you being the crown princess. They both left a year ago. Oh, that's right. They acted against orders. Stripped of their titles. Dishonorably discharged. The scandal. They're our bodyguards. Basically, they're hired help. They're good people just doing the best they can with their earthly means. The witches don't want their curses broken, except me, because as I pointed out, I am good. Wink, wink. You keep forgetting the good part. Not all witches are evil, and not all fairies are good. I'm on to you, Parfait. A test? Originally, the wicked were cursed so that they could learn to change. That's fair. As I was stating earlier, maybe someone with like a Pinocchio curse was a swindler or something and therefore could never lie again. I mean, it is sound logic. The curses were meant to teach a lesson and make people better, not necessarily be an indiscriminate punishment that it has become. I don't want to change. I just want my life back. Typical spoiled princess that needs to have a change. Try and make some friends while you're at it. Maybe make some more than friends. You never know. Misery loves company. Oh, I'd love to hang around and watch the princess try to be friendly. The shade. Parfait's like, no, we have work to do. You'll have to do that some other time. Try not to make any enemies. No promises. Oh, the temperature drops several degrees. As soon as mommy and daddy are out of the room, everybody's gonna fight. Disgust, contempt, anger, hatred, fear. It fuels me, gives me power. Friends, make friends. What are those? I've only ever had dolls. I don't need friends. I am a strong, independent woman. I am a princess. It's rude to stare. Haha, see? The knights will protect me. What happens in the past stays in the past. Haha. That's right. What happened in the past stays in the past. Get over it. Take your anger elsewhere, peasant. The Ice Princess will get what's coming. I mean, I'm already cursed. What more could happen? I mean, I could probably die. I'm pretty sure I can die in this game. Break the rules and you'll get what's coming to you, sir. Aha. Auntie is putting her foot down. So now I am deliberately being ignored. Good. I like it that way. They hate me somehow. How could that have ever happened? I've only ever left the palace twice in my life. I mean, they just naturally hate their leaders. I mean, that's human nature, I think. They don't like something that's going on. Well, it's people in power's fault. Surely. The only people that are nice are people that can't remember. I mean, maybe that's a good thing. It's the beautiful lady. May I join you? Why, yes. Yes, you may. You may join us next week, because you know what? This is good enough. This is a good enough spot to save. I'm going to save here. You can join us next week. Based on work, next stream will be Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific, as always. Tuesday the 28th. Bye, Savvy. Have a good night. Get lots of rest. Stay hydrated. Eat a nutritious meal. Lots of fruit, veggies, proteins, etc. Remember that your job is not your personality. And hopefully we'll get some more romanceable action next week now that we're pretty much done with the prologue. Good night, my lovely beans.